We're live. Hello and welcome to another Plate Stack chat. My name is Jason of Jason Fitness Media online, and the Arnold Fitness Games will be kicking off at the end of the month. So this is the first preview show where we'll get to know some of the athletes whose journeys we can then follow at the event. So before I bring them out, just a quick nod to our sponsor Strivey. If you're a coach or a box owner, you want a great way to share and monitor your programming with your athletes, well, you can check out how Strivey app can help you. But now let's meet some of these wonderful athletes and nice people, I'm assuming, as well. First up, we have a representative for the women's RX category. I believe taking on her first RX competition. It is Anastassija Nikitina. Now I have to find where you are. There you are.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Is that true, by the way? Is this your first RX comp?
This is my first individual RX comp. So I would have done
individual
some
RX comp,
but I wouldn't do all the hard stuff.
Oh, that's clever. Okay, that's a good strategy. I should remember that. If anyone needs someone to carry on a team, I'm available. Excellent. Sticking with the RX, but now we're moving over to the men's field. We have Brad Winter.
Hi.
Brad, welcome. You just got back from the gym, I'm assuming. You said you'd be there until...
Yeah, I was there until 5:15-ish.
Yeah, coaching or training?
Just training.
Just training. That's a man on a mission. And last but not least, and joining us on call, so she could disappear at any minute, but we'll enjoy the time we have with her for now. Representing the elite female division, we have Ffion Williams. Oh, are you there, Ffion? You look like you
don't know whether you guys can hear me, but I can't hear you.
We can hear you. Well, I can hear you.
You guys
perfectly.
can hear me. Yeah, I can't hear a word.
Okay. Well, that's weird. You could hear us before. Okay. In the meantime, like, chat amongst yourselves. I'll just send you a quick message here. Well, we'll leave you a few seconds. If you need to disconnect and reconnect, if that might help. She can't hear me. What am I doing, guys?
Great start.
If you... Now the question is, will she see the private chat? That's the question. Anyway, okay.
I'll see if I can get it on my phone. See if that might work.
Okay, that's a good idea as well. Then they'll all be on your phones. You guys look like you've sort of planned out how to match. You both with the black and the. Right.
I was gonna wear that T-shirt, so it's a good job I didn't.
Really? You got the same one?
Yeah, that one was gonna be pulled out my drawer, but I chose one of my other ones. I was like, I'll just go for a black one.
Yeah.
But that was my other choice.
Is black like the go-to look for you in the box? Are you kind of very... Yeah? I would have imagined you're that kind of bright color kind of guy.
No, just black, then it don't get dirty.
There you go.
Oh. Okay.
Good work now.
There we go. Yes. Can you hear us now?
Why can I not hear?
Okay. I'm worried the problem is her ears at this point, because in the meantime, Anna, Brad, you've both taken on 26.1, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I can hear you.
Oh, thank you. We were getting worried. We were worried that we were going to...
Sorry, guys. This is a nightmare.
Oh, Ffion, this is an elite level athlete here, but not elite level tech. That's the problem. Yeah, Brad, I saw your eyes sort of roll to the back of your head when I mentioned 26.1.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I redid it today, and
you redid it. Oh,
yeah. Was going into the set of 30 wall balls on the way back down with a 2 second slower tie break. So instantly, with 22 seconds left on the clock, picked up the wall ball and then literally just sat on the floor and was like, there's no point, I'm not beating my score. I was on for the exact same score, so I was like, there's no point.
Yeah. Did you see the video of Miriam's attempt where she was going to do a redo, got a no rep on the first rep and just stopped?
Yeah, she ran to all the transitions. I was like, that's just mental.
Yeah, no. I did not do that. How did it go for you, Anna?
Do you know, I managed to do 304 reps, which I'm really happy with. Like, that's actually quite decent. I didn't expect that whatsoever, but I would say box jumps in general is kind of my jam. So I was quite okay with it. But to be fair, even last year, the 25.1, the first open, I was like, yeah, this is wild, like burpees and dumbbell snatches. And then the next two, I completely died. So the first one seems to be working well for me.
Yeah. I don't mind the box jumps. What caught me out was how hard the stepovers felt when you finally got to them. And I'm a shorter athlete, which I know we're not allowed to complain about anymore because, you know, Colton shows that that's not an issue at all. But it's a big step for me. I prefer to jump because that's easier than me trying to step my foot up there. But anyway, that's my problem. Let's test this out now. Ffion, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Sorry for that.
Amazing. How was your you did very well in 26.1, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm happy with my score. But it's a workout that suits me. Anything that sort of it's grunt work or not much to it almost. So anything like sort of just like two movements like that, I tend to do well with just putting my head down and just getting on with it.
Right. Okay. So
So
I'm going to be asking later what you're looking forward to or what you'd hope would come up at the Arnold. So we'll
yeah,
just mark that already, like two movements on repeat. Interesting.
yeah, 100%.
So speaking of the Arnold's kicks off it's the last weekend of March, isn't it? You guys are all competing on the Saturday. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just I think it's correct, but I've got to double check these things, and people listening might not know that. They might not know when they need to make a trip to Birmingham just to watch you after they become super fans. That's the point. So the idea here is we'll get to know you a little bit. Some of these things, like what you might be looking forward to, what you might be dreading showing up, will be interesting because then we'll jump ahead, you know, a few weeks. We'll be there live in person, and we'll get to find out, you know, how your predictions were and how the event's going for you, and so on and so forth. So that's the idea. This is part one, and then we'll catch up in person, I hope. Obviously, in order to get to the Arnolds, you have to do the qualifiers. How were the qualifiers for this event?
Well, I really enjoyed the first one. I really, really did. It was the clean and jerk, and then it was it 60 of the clean and jerks later on with the lighter weights.
Yeah.
Like I really, really enjoyed that. That's definitely kind of like my jam. And I was comfortably sitting in kind of the middle of the pack. I'm like, yeah, this is going really well. And then even though for me, like, yeah, it's my first RX comp, and like I'm in general quite a good athlete, but then I would say gymnastics is probably something that I still struggle with and like still try to learn and be better. And then we had the double unders and the toes to bar. There was so much hinging. I think I came second to last in the whole of everyone. So that was definitely not my greatest one. And then the last one, I also find it quite challenging, but more of a challenging in a sense of I tried to redo it 3 times because I really tried to get my score up to better. And then the last time I did it, I had to set up some plates to do the toes to bar. And then I managed to jump and I twisted my ankle and I fractured my ankle. So I was, I think the third time was unlucky in this sense. So I was out of training for a good like couple of weeks. And then I was just doing bodybuilding for a little bit. And yeah, definitely a little bit dip there with training. So I'm kind of like rebuilding now and now really excited. But overall, I would say the qualifiers were great, but definitely very challenging for me, especially the second and the third one.
Okay. Did anybody else break anything in the qualifiers, or you managed
No,
to get
she's
through
definitely
unscathed?
topped me there.
I broke a nail, but that's it.
You broke
Yeah.
a nail. Oh. And did you then redo the workout to see if you could get a better score without breaking
No,
a nail?
I broke my nail putting the weights away after the first
Oh.
qualifier. It was stupidly decided to try and put 220 plates away with one hand and finger straight between them both.
Yeah.
Sliced the skin and the nail, and I was like, oh, well, that's fun.
Well, I mean,
But
that will
I
teach
was
you to
just
try and
saying,
show off in the gym, you know?
yeah, that was my own fault. But I'm the same. The first qualifier was fun. I was sat quite high, comfortably, and then that just resulted in too much pressure on myself. For the second one, completely flopped. The third one, I managed to bring it back up, but that first qualifier, I think, was a false sense of like where I was.
Right.
So I'm kind of looking forward to a heavy barbell in the finals. Nothing else. I just want a barbell in every workout.
Barbell in every workout.
Every workout.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's unlikely, but
It's very unlikely.
you
Yeah,
never know.
I'm similar with that one. So the first workout, loved it. Anything where you've got a max and then trying to cycle a barbell, I enjoy that. And then when it came to the second with the toaster bar, double unders for me, it's either a good day or a bad day. So I tripped quite a few times on that one, which cost me a few placings. But it was more, I still enjoyed that one. It wasn't a too bad of an event. But then the third workout for me, chest to bars. At the end, my capacity isn't where I'd like it to be with them. So I think mentally that one was more I know it's going to hurt, but you're just going to have to, it is what it is with that one. Just try and survive, I think.
Yeah. It feels like it almost feels like you all met up beforehand to kind of discuss this and come up with the same. I can't believe you all liked I mean, I would have enjoyed the 3-minute EMOM clean and jerk. Like, yeah, great, good. Build to a heavy clean and jerk. Why not? 60 clean and jerks is just a number that I find unpleasant to do. But that being said, we've just done like an insane number of wall balls. I didn't enjoy that either, so that probably makes sense. And then the max. So it was the max chest to bars that seemed to be a problem for people in the third qualifier. Comparing it to like other events you've been to, other qualifiers you've done, how do you feel that is kind of, I think, Brad, you mentioned after the first one you felt like it was almost a false sense of where you were in the field. So with those three combined, do you feel that gave you a quite, now going in, sort of seeing where people
I'd
are?
say, yeah, it gave me a better placing overall. Like, it's a very good, it gave me what I wanted from it. It showed me the weaknesses and stuff. Like, there is other comps that I've entered and I've qualified really either low, and I'm like, I know I belong somewhere else, but these have all been focused on one thing.
Yeah.
Or like it's been, I've placed really high, but it's been all again focused on two aspects, and it's like I don't belong in this place. Whereas these ones have been like they're very very all rounder. So it's like put me in a place where I think I do belong. But after the first, I was like, I don't know if I belong here or not. So I think after the first, I was sat 12th after both parts, and I was like, oh, this is quite nice. And then afterwards, it was a very rough way down.
But you still qualified, so that's the important
Yeah,
thing.
still qualified.
Yeah. Do you find well, I guess for all of you, are you better in person than online, or do you like the kind of online aspect of competitions?
In person for me any day. Yeah, I think I go off any sort of loud music if there's a bit of a crowd there, if I've got people there shouting at me, giving me the kick up the bum that I need sometimes in workouts. 100%. I feel more pressure weirdly when it's online and I'm being recorded, whereas on the comp floor I tend to have a bit more fun.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, same thing for sure. The only thing is with the qualifiers, I think it's the case of, because when you're on the comp floor, like same thing, it's so cool to have people there and the music and everybody else next to you. So it's almost like you see where you're going and what you're doing. With qualifiers, it's almost like, oh my God, I can start re-recording again, or I can do it again like another time, another day, but still kind of having the same momentum of people around you who are supporting you. If it's just that one person who's recording you and they're like counting your rep and like, let's keep going, it's still not quite the same. Like, I don't think I push myself hard enough in qualifiers. I think I do, but I think I could do more when it's in person.
Right. So do you expect, it's a big question, but when you qualify for an event, do you kind of think, okay, if I've qualified here, I expect that I should, like, that's not where I plan to end up. Like, I go in, my qualifying is here, but I know in person live, I perform better. So I should definitely finish higher than where I qualify. I mean, the goal is always to finish higher. I get that. But the reality factor, I suppose.
Yeah. I say yes to that. but that's
Yeah.
because I don't find I'm under enough pressure on qualifiers. I don't think that I'm going as hard as I can in qualifiers, whereas in person, I know where to find that hole, but in a qualifier, I'm just like, I don't know whether it's just a qualifier thing, because I just can't find that dark place to go to. Whereas if it's on the comp floor, I can put myself in a hole and know that I can get out of it at the other end. Whereas in a qualifier, it's like, I'll look at my whoop and it'll say, "Oh, you've just done a qualifier in zone 3."
Right. Yeah.
And whereas if I'm on the comp floor, it's like, "Oh, I'm zone 5," but I think I'm pushing harder in a qualifier. But it'll still be, "Oh, you're in zone 3. You can go 100 beats per minute fast more, and it's gonna be fine."
Yeah. And I mean, I suppose your objective is to qualify. Actually, I was speaking with Syria about this, and she's sort of like doesn't really care about the qualifiers. She's sort of like, as long as she qualifies, she's happy. And she's like, well, my goal is to go and, you know, perform well at the event, not perform well in the qualifiers. Like that's just to give. I think that's a real hard line to ride, though, right? Because the risk is not to qualify.
Not qualifying.
Yeah, I think the higher you place as well, for me, it'd be more pressure on the actual day, because there'll be more eyes on you if you qualify in the top 5, maybe, and maybe on the comp day you don't finish in top 5. Then it's a bit, oh no, where have I gone wrong?
Yeah, I think it's nice to come in with no pressure. Like, I mean, this will upset people. I don't even really enjoy Friday Night Lights. I go in and do the workout Friday morning, and then I go back like Friday evening to cheer people on. But I'm like, don't look at me when I'm doing this workout. I want to be left alone. I don't like the pressure. I like you know, to relax. But that's just me. But I'm not, you know, an elite level athlete like you guys. So that's that. I had some other question for you then. That's interesting. Is it your first? Okay, I know for some of you it may be, for some not. So, like, I don't want to say show of hands, but who has done the Arnold Fitness Games before?
I've done it as a team of 4 in, is it 2024 they did it? I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was, and I think it was the intermediate then.
Right. Is that the same for you then, Anna? You said you've done a team.
Yeah. So no, I didn't do a team. So my first ever comp as in CrossFit was Arnold Fitness Games, and that was 2024, and that was intermediate female. And that was the one where I also like, wow, I qualified. I'm doing my first ever CrossFit comp, and then I finished something like 34th or 35th, whatever it was, like kind of like bottom of the pack. And like it was definitely an interesting experience seeing, like, I didn't eat the whole day. I was just on like Red Bulls and sugar. I was cramping, going full send. Like it was all like no strategy. Like it's just kind of trying it out. And it is quite cool to be now here, like a few years later, and actually going to a higher level as well, and trying to see if I can do whatever I can, like in my ability, and like competing throughout the years with intermediate, and actually understanding what works for me, where can I push harder, and actually having some tactics and looking after myself. That's been definitely a big learning. But yeah, it's quite cool to have done it in 2024 on my own.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice. So this will be like a special comp for you then, coming back
It will
to
be.
kind of
Yeah.
And then, you know, next year when you try and hit the elite field, then it'll be even more special. I'm just throwing out some big goals for you there. So okay, hold on. So Anna, you've been to the Arnolds before, and you've been as well on a team. Brad, you've done other graft events, right?
I've done a fair few graft events,
Yeah.
but I've never done Arnold's.
So going into the Arnolds, like, what's your sort of expectation? Not let's separate, not expectation for how you will perform. Let's put that aside. But as an event going in, kind of, where does it sit for you as, like, you know, what does it mean for you to get there and to be able to go to the Arnolds? Like, where does it sit as an event in your calendar?
I think it like quite high up. So I've had a fair few people tell me, like, I had an old coach that I used to train at his gym, and he was like, "Oh, it's the best comp I've done. You really need to do it." So I've had a fair few people tell me that it's going to be a very good comp. So it's quite high of a priority for me, even though it is the same weekend as quarters.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a very, very fun weekend. But it's quite a high priority in my comp calendar this year.
Yeah.
Especially with it being the first one.
Have you got a plan for quarterfinals? Like, how you will do that? Like fitting it into your calendar around competing at the Arnolds as well?
I'm wanting to do 1 or 2 on the Thursday, possibly, depending on. I think they're announced at like 6 p.m., aren't they? So
Yeah.
1 or 2 Thursday night, possibly a couple, either 1 on Friday or 2 on Sunday, hoping that I'm not too wrecked, and then I've got Monday to redo any if needed.
That's
But
going to be a fun weekend.
That's a lot.
I keep on getting told that I should be able to because I'm born after the year 2000. So it's one of them
That's
things.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I have no sympathy. Absolutely true. Yep. Is that going to be the same thing? I assume you're all hoping to make it to quarterfinals. If you all qualified for quarterfinals, is that a similar thing you're going to think about doing? Is kind of balancing the quarterfinal workouts with the Arnolds?
Yeah, for me this year, the Arnold's is going to take priority. So it's all going to go based on how I think my body is, maybe realistically where once the workouts have been released, what is a realistic goal? So is there a purpose to do them? Do I save them later on and give a go later on and learn from them, or do I do them in the weekend? I think I'll have a sit down with the coach, I think, and see what his opinion is on it as well.
Yeah, that's hard, isn't it? Because it is one of those, events that's kind of marked in the calendar at the beginning of the year. You're like, okay, you've got the Open is here, quarterfinals are here, then this. But you're absolutely right. Like here you've got, that's you're now at like the final of the Arnold. You've done the qualifiers. You're now there. This is the event, and that is a nice sort of community stepping stone onto maybe other things, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Where do you want to focus? And yeah, I think it's maybe the smart move. Not that Brad's not smart. He's just determined.
Oh, Brad's just a lot tougher than what I am.
Maybe we'll see. I mean, we'll see at the Arnold's where Brad's just dragging himself around the floor because he's killed himself earlier.
Have died after the first workout, so we'll see when we get there.
Yeah. Talking of like the workouts that are coming, are there, Ffion, you mentioned kind of 2 movements, that's your jam, just a bit of kind of that grunt work, just go, head down, go, you like that. Anna, I think you mentioned that, was it the gymnastics was the thing that you struggled with a little bit, the kind of high volume of the chest to bars and the toes to bar, a lot of hinging. Brad, you're invincible. Nothing apart from putting plates away seems to phase you. So are there anything that you would really like? Let's start with the positive. Is there something you would love to see show up? Having seen also the list they released of kind of what you should be able to do in the different divisions, is there anything that you're thinking, oh, this might show up and this is what I want? Who wants to start?
I'd love to see a max. So the chances are there will be a max clean of some sort, a max lift of some sort. For me, my favourite would be a clean. Only reason is because it's my strongest lift. So who doesn't love lifting heavy stuff on comp thing? So for me, a max clean would be amazing if that came up. And weirdly, some think I'm a bit nuts, but my favourite movement would be burpee box jumps. For some reason, I just love them. So any workout with them in it, I'd be like, yes, let's go. Let's go and grind this one out.
Okay. Now remember, I was just going to say, if you're like willing these workouts into existence, just remember that the other 2 people on here will also have to do these workouts.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how they feel about burpee box jump overs, but we will find out in a minute. Anna, what we
very similar, like everything like Finn was saying since the beginning. I'm very much like grunt work as well. Give me a heavy sandbag, like heavy deadlifts. I can just keep going and going. So like that kind of pain cave. So I'll be excited to see like if it was a lift and there was a preference, I would definitely say a clean as well, because that's my strongest lift. If it's gonna be a snatch, it's gonna be like a baby weight going up, like me, done something, just picked it up. But yeah, I would definitely maybe something on the notes of like imagine a workout like either sandbags or a deadlift. And to be fair, I really don't mind burpee box jump overs. I like box jump overs as they are. And to be fair, yeah, anything like, or maybe burpees over the bar with deadlift, something like that. That would be quite fun as well. But yeah, anything that is kind of like heavy lifting for a long time, like that is like quite painful for some. Yeah, that's probably something that I would really like to see because I'll be good at it. Still enjoy to an extent, but
Okay, so two residents of the pain cave. Brad, is it the same for you?
I want a max snatch.
You want?
I want a max
Okay.
snatch. I feel like that's more. I'm going to be close to the top of the leaderboard on a snatch than a clean. If it was a clean and jerk, I'd probably be higher up. But if it's just a clean, I'm not going to be as high. I can jerk more than I can clean.
Right. Yeah.
I'd rather it be a snatch, and then if it's just like another workout, I want wall balls and rowing. I'm a tall athlete. I benefit from them two movements. My favorite open workout is 19.1. So
I was just about to say you basically want 19.1.
I want 19.1.
Yeah. Which
Anything
they
with,
used
like,
to
tall
say was
movements.
a tall person's like that was the perfect workout for tall people. But maybe it was just the rowing element that was perfect for tall people because we're discovering that apparently wall balls are really good for short people now. So that's news to me. But I saw a really interesting post where someone was breaking down the mechanics of it and why they think that actually wall balls are better for short people, and looking at the times that have been put up at this open workout, you actually seeing that maybe that's the case. But rowing, no, that's always going to favor you guys.
Yeah, I want anything
okay.
with an erg.
Rowing's last on my list. I'm a pretty short athlete, and yeah, me and the rower don't get on.
Oh. If they were to put in some kind of erg, as Brad mentioned, what would be the better option for you?
I actually don't mind the echo bike.
Right.
Yeah, don't mind it, but not for too long. But small intervals, I'm happy with.
Or maybe it will be. Oh, yeah. And then burpee over the bike. There you go. That'll be fun.
Oh, well, yeah. If I can get my short legs over it, yeah.
So Anna, so far you've agreed with everything Fiona said. How are you feeling about the rower?
I don't mind it. I'm quite a strong rower, but again, like for shorter distances, like if it's gonna be for like a long period of time, like I don't know, 1K row into something, that's probably gonna be a bit tougher. But overall, like my erg is quite fine, but when it's like for like short sprints, for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't mind any of the ergs, whatever they will have. But I know it's just gonna be painful because it's gonna be probably incorporated with other movements. So that's where the consistency will struggle a little bit more. But I guess we shall see. Ask me on the day. Ask me on the day.
I will ask you on the day. This is so because currently, I mean, again, correct me if I'm wrong. They haven't released any of the workouts yet. Is that right?
Yeah, I've not seen any yet.
They've not released any.
No.
I think it usually is like a week before or something, like a week-ish before they release them.
Yeah, it depends if they release them sort of in a kind of day 1, day 2, day 3, or if they trickle them out a little bit with a few days between. But because it's not that long now. I'm kind of curious as well. No, we'll come back to what I'm curious of in a second. I'm assuming even though they haven't released the workouts, they've surely already written all of the workouts. So this will not affect the workouts. But what would be the kind of, I mean, we sort of mentioned the rower, we've talked about a few different things, but what would be the like, this is a damage control workout for me if it showed up?
Oh.
Which I don't normally like asking people because I don't want to, put out some kind of negative vibes there. But the fact that I'm hoping to then see you on Saturday, if it does show up, it will be such a great thing to be able to.
For me,
oh, Fran, you go.
Sorry.
Who's going? Was it Anna? Anna, you go.
Yeah, Anna, go. Yeah.
I would say if there's going to be any handstands there, handstand walks, because there are still some skills for the RX stuff that I'm still learning, and it's definitely not my strongest side yet. So if there's going to be some sort of handstand walking there, or if it's going to be a case you can't break them, then that's going to be a big struggle for me. So I might be there for the whole workouts. But I'm more excited for it because, again, it's my first RX comp. So I'm going in with like not so much pressure when I've done the Intermediate, because with that, I was actually placing and podiuming, and it's been really fun, and I had high expectations. But yeah, handstand walks, and maybe things like, lots of chest to bars or lots of pull-ups, something that is like a lot of reps. If it's going to be a few, I'll be fine. But like, gymnastics under fatigue, and handstand walks for sure for me.
Okay, so if we see like handstand onto a box and then pirouette on the box, we know that
Oh my God, no, that's
this is the
not
worst
happening.
case for Anna.
You just
but-
see me dancing there.
But I would just pick up on one thing you said, because I actually think like it's really commendable, is that you're like I love the way you're progressing through the divisions, and you're like, I was at a point where I was, podiuming and winning and doing really well, but I want to be in the next division, even though there's skills I haven't mastered and I'm not going to do as well, which kind of should be everybody's progression. But there are people that really like to sit, in a lower category and know they're going to do really, really well. So I feel, and we call that out when we see it, but I think it's just as good to kind of call out when you see people doing the right thing. So well done, Hannah. That's nice, encouraging. Ffion, then you had you had an answer ready.
If it was something like anything meters on the rowing machine into a high volume amount of ring muscle ups. So I'd say they're my biggest weaknesses. Bar muscle ups, perfect, love them. Ring muscle ups, they definitely not where they should be at the minute. But we're working on them. So I guess one thing, if they do come up, it'll be a good test to see where my capacity is. But I'd rather it not be when I need to score well in a comp.
Yeah. Okay. Or buried right at the back of something, so everybody's had to do a load of work before they get there, and they're all kind of tired beforehand. Yeah. Okay. So interesting. I mean, you really don't like the rower. That's what I'm learning.
No, I don't. No. And anything over 200 meters, I'm like, no.
Yeah. And I mean, I saw a post today of people like some things they don't want to see show up in the open, and they were showing up like a few things, and I was just thinking, it's a kind of that classic thing of, well, it's very unlikely for this to show up in the open when you think about the makeup of the majority of CrossFit boxes and what equipment they have and how much of stuff they have. And still, it feels like the rower is the piece of kind of guaranteed cardio equipment that they're going to have. So are you expecting to see the rower show up in the next 2 weeks of the Open?
Yeah, I think it'll be in this week's. My feeling is rowing burpees of some sort and some sort of toes to bar or barbell, something like that. But yeah, definitely rowing machines in there.
Okay, is that why you went so hard on 26.1?
Like, I need to build some sort of buffer.
Yeah, very, very smart. Excellent. Okay, Brad, what's it going to be? What are we hoping not to see?
I don't want anything handstands.
Okay. We don't want any handstands at this event.
I've been working on them, but it's like it's a one movement. Like in handstand walk, strict handstand push-ups. If it was kipping handstand push-ups, that's fine. But handstand walks I've been working on a lot. Strict handstand push-ups I've been working on a lot. But I'd rather they are my worst movements. I don't want to see them.
They're going to be deficit, mate. They're going to be deficit. They're going to show deficit handstand push-ups. I can see it coming. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, handstand walks are such an it's I find it so fascinating how much they got embedded into CrossFit competitions in general, and like what a big thing they became. And then the way skill kind of progressed at the top end with going over bars and ramps and steps and all kinds of things, because it does feel like there are people that they're just very good on their hands. Like even out in the world, you'll meet people that they learn to walk on their hands like as a party trick, and they're just very, very good, even if they're not that fit, but it's just a skill they've worked on and they've got. Whereas I don't think they could snatch a barbell, like if you just handed them a barbell. So it's just interesting that it became such a big thing. And for some, clearly like an annoying obstacle. It's the one thing I see people like doing in open gym a lot, practicing their handstand walks. Kind of, even those that aren't doing open gym usually will just be like, oh, I just really want to nail this move. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should spend more time in open gym, but it's fine. I'm okay enough. Okay, so we'll give Hornsey a call. We'll see if we can veto any handstand walking. The workout is going to end up being like row, handstand walk the length, to the rings to do ring muscle ups, right? Like I hope you
Yeah,
all know
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
this is a workout we have somehow built. But let's hope that doesn't. Let's hope that doesn't show up. I'm kind of curious what your training looks like leading up to the event, considering you've also got 2 open workouts before that happens. Maybe some quarterfinal workouts that will be showing up. You know, we've said it's on the competition calendar. It's one that you're really looking forward to. You know, it's going to be a good event. So how are you? I guess how do you juggle and manage kind of all of those elements that are sort of happening at the same time, and then work and life and just general stuff going on? Let's start with Brad this time.
I just leave it to the coach program what he wants me to do, and I'll just follow his orders.
Yeah.
I'm very much go if I see it on Fitter, then I'm doing it.
Yeah. Who's coaching you?
I'm follow off the grid, so it's
Right.
Shane Caswell.
Oh, okay. And you've full faith, complete trust. Just do that.
I just let him tell me what I need to do and what I don't need to do.
Yeah. And
Just
sprinkle
let
in some
him-
open workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to ask, but I guess it's the same question, isn't it? If like the things we don't want to see turn up at the Arnold's is the same things you don't want to see show up in the open.
Yeah.
And so, although at least like the handstand stuff, while that would, we've had a lot of handstand push-ups in the open in the last couple
I
of
think
years.
they're being phased out.
Yeah,
They've been disappearing.
they've been disappearing. Well, we had like that period where they got replaced by wall walks. And then we started having kind of wall walks, and if you got far enough, you'd get some handstands at the end. But do you want to make a bold claim and say this is the year that no handstand push-ups or wall walks show up in the open?
I think they should bring them back.
I don't think they come up till quarters. I think it'll be a quarterfinals movement like it was in 2024.
Right. Okay.
They turned up
who's-
with rope climbs, toes to bar, and rings,
Yeah.
and all 3 versions of handstand push-ups.
Right. Someone said they want them back. Who was that? Was that you, Ffion?
Yeah, strict handstand push-ups definitely back in the open, please.
I'm right with you on that. And they
Yeah.
have to be strict as well.
They
Sorry,
have to be
Brad.
strict. Yeah, they do.
My 8-foot wingspan is screaming.
Yeah. My little arms love it. So let's just no. Yeah. I always got annoyed because they were all, like they would always kind of put them right at the end, and I was like, the amount of work I have to do to finally get to them. And I would have loved them earlier to kind of already slow some other people down that are just bigger and can rip a barbell much faster than me, kind of thing. But we'll see this year. So you want them back. Brad thinks they're not showing up till quarters. Anna, you don't like handstand walks. How do you feel about some handstand push-ups?
I don't mind them. I'm capable of doing them pretty well. But then if it's going to be strict ones, yeah, if they're going to be with something else, yeah, you might see some singles towards the end because it's definitely going to be lots of fatigue. But I've been working on them quite a lot. So I'll be actually quite excited to see them, to see if we can kind of measure them in a way, I guess.
Yeah. Excellent. So we've got Ffion like really wants them. Brad does not want them at all. And Anna is just happy in the middle of like, yeah, if they show up, great. It's a nice little test. We've balanced this out wonderfully. So Brad's told us that he's just, he doesn't even think about this. He's just following whatever coach says. That must be the right plan. Anna, what's your approach to leading up to the Arnold's, balancing the open workouts, life in general?
I mean, I would say very much similarly to Brad. Like I'll put all my eggs in one basket. That's my coach. My coach tells me what to do, and I do it daily. I would say since the qualifiers and since I fractured my ankle and I wasn't able to do too much, we've done some training that was just more like bodybuilding style, lots of upper body, and my motivation was dropping quite a bit, and I was feeling a little bit low of like, I don't even know where this is going. I'm going to go to Arnold's. I'm doing RX. Like, how's things going to work? And then, yeah, few weeks after, started to train a bit more. So we were just doing a lot of strength and compound movements of what I can do and trying to do things like strict handstand push-ups and whatever we can. And then recently we just incorporated more and more metcons and lots of stuff that is more aerobic because we've just been doing strength, skill. And now leading up to it, there's more and more metcons and more under fatigue gymnastics coming back. So it's really exciting. But yeah, full trust in my coach, Sam.
Was that Sam, did you say?
Yeah, it's APX.
Okay, excellent. Oh, we got to. It's not fair. We gave Brad's coach a shout out. We got to make sure everybody gets.
Yeah.
Then we all know who to blame. Okay, how is your ankle, by the way?
Oh, it's so much better. I mean, obviously done the open just now as well. I'm able to do everything, but it's really weird. Like it just flares up in a sense of like I can just feel that there's some pain, but it doesn't really limit me from doing anything. It just kind of gets a bit weird, but it's all manageable. It's all capable. So yeah, just been a bit iffy for the first few weeks, but definitely getting back onto it. So yeah. Good. Thanks.
Have you used it with like a similar volume to what you would expect at a day of competition?
I would say so, yeah, because I've done a comp in January in London in Shapesmith. So it's like a pairs comp and was able to do everything. We had a run outside and everything, so throughout the whole day. So I think I'll be grand on the day. So yeah.
Excellent. Okay, big tick there. Wonderful. Ffion, over to you.
Yeah, so like the others, I just do what I'm told, listen to the coach. Mine's Dennis with JST. But it's quite exciting for me. I'm quite new to CrossFit in general, but specifically to JST. I started with them in, I think it was November maybe. So I'm still sort of the way that they program. It's quite exciting. So because it's all new to me, motivation is sky high. And with my training wise with bouncing, I work 4 days on, 4 days off. And with my work, I'm restricted to how far away from work I can be for the 4 days. So I can't access my CrossFit gym for those 4 days, but I'm lucky enough to have a gym in work, and I have a weightlifting gym within the area I'm allowed to turn out in. So he's really good at sort of fitting there's certain things that I can do while I'm in work, certain things that I can't do in work.
Right.
So I think it's a lot of planning for him, not so much for me. But yeah, he did a good job.
And are your work fine with you, like blowing up your legs like in 26.1 and then saying, look, I'll be here. I probably can't walk for a day or two, but that's fine.
Well, yeah, I was
them?
walking around the station yesterday. Yeah, my legs weren't in the best condition yesterday, but they get to listen to me moan. So apart from that, I think they're okay.
Okay, excellent. So that's with JST. Excellent. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna have to pick out on you saying you've not been doing stuff that long. Like, how long have you been doing CrossFit?
It'll be, I think this year is going into my 4th year. So yeah, still relatively new, I'd say.
Yeah, and you're competing in the elite field, right? Is that what I heard you say earlier?
I was just gonna say that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's my first time. I've done a elite comp back end of last year with Gareth, who owns the gym that I go to, and that was the Battle for Middle Ground.
Right.
So that was my first elite comp, but this Arnold will be my first individual elite. So it'll be a big learning curve. There'll be some fit ladies there to compete against, but I'm quite excited to see where I stack against them. I think it'll be a good reflection to know what needs working on for the rest of the year, and then realistically what the goals are for the next few years then.
Yeah, wow. What were you doing before CrossFit then?
I used to play a lot of football, and I used to do a bit of martial arts.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that sounds dangerous.
so
Right.
so
be careful,
no.
everyone. Yeah, it's just funny because when like you sign up for the Open and they give you the little badge of like how many years you've been doing it, and every year I'm like, oh, I should be so much better at CrossFit by now. Like every time I'm seeing how many years I've been doing it, and then you hear people coming like, I've been doing it 4 years, and I'm just competing at this very high level. And I see you? I feel like I saw you sitting at the top of a leaderboard for like BF3 or something as well.
Yeah, so I found out today, today or yesterday that so qualified for that. So that'll be in April in Sheffield. So that's exciting.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got that to look forward to. Anna, Brad, have you got anything post the Arnolds that coming up this year? Other big events? You're gonna tell me you're a rogue or something? What's
I've got a couple of more graft events lined up. I've got pairs one. Well, I've got Mayhem that I'm at the minute. We're sat in the elite qualifying line, so me and my mate will be doing that. And then I've got Castle Games that I'm gonna do. And then I'm
Nice.
not too sure afterwards what else I'm gonna do.
Awesome. Okay. Anna.
So I've got Teams Comp in Malta in May, which should be fun. Done it last year, so that's just more like team and vibes, but should be really good fun. And then I've got Marbella next year. So I've done Marbella last year as an intermediate, and I came third. Which was super exciting. And then from that, you get a direct entry. So I was like, well, okay, I'm going to sign up for RX. So in October of this year, I'm going to be having another RX comp. And I'm sure there's going to be some little like drop into boxes comps here as well. But we'll see. I would love to do another individual in between Arnold's and October. So I'll just see what else comes up and if there's any kind of qualifiers that I'm able to do. But yeah.
Yeah. That are also nice holiday destinations, because that seems to be
Isn't
the,
it? Yeah,
the theme I'm picking up on the competitions you decide to do. Very clever. My final thing for all of you then is obviously you're traveling to Birmingham for this event. I'm assuming, coaches and people that you put all of this trust in, maybe they will be there. I don't know. Do you have like a support kind of squad team that you're rolling with when you get to these events? I think all of you sort of have mentioned you do well live when you've got people shouting at you and telling you to go faster and things like that. Who should I expect to see when I kind of look to the crowd near your lane?
I'm
We'll
gonna
have
have
a good gang from the gym. So the gym I go to, it's Barnfit on Anglesey, and they're one of the best supporters you can get. They'll definitely be. You'll hear them, which is a good thing. Yeah, they're brilliant supporters.
Okay, so the whole Barnfit crew will be there. Excellent.
They will.
Anna, who are you bringing with you?
Oh, we're gonna have loads of people as well. So I don't train in an actual proper CrossFit box. I work and train at Third Space, but there is like loads of equipment there that is there. We build our own community there, like a CrossFit community. So there's gonna be loads of people coming down on the day just to support us. But I'm also super excited because on the day we have got 4 of us that qualified, and we're all going to be competing. And with one of them, with my friend Ollie, we're in the same heat. My friend Sean is competing like in the same time, but like he's obviously going to be on the male side. So it's just going to be super exciting that we're going to have the kind of support morally, like as we're competing together, and then you're going to have other people on the side who are going to be supporting in a way of like, let's go. And then I have this one friend, Lucia, who's just going to be like, Anna, pick up that fucking bar. Like she's going to be like really rowdy, and she's just going to be like so harsh on me, just being like, pick it up, do it. But yeah, there's going to be loads of people from the gym. So I'm just super excited and very grateful for them to come over all the way down from London to support.
Okay, I know who I need to sort of stand near to get some good footage on the day then. Brad, you flying solo or you got a team with you?
I'm very last minute with deciding, with everyone deciding who's going to come. Like, there's going to be at least one lad, but he's in the same heat as me. He's from the gym I train at. I might bring my partner. It depends if she'll be at work or not. And then other times my brother's been, but it depends on everyone, what they're doing and stuff. So it could be from anywhere between 1 person and like 5. That's normally around.
Tell me they're not making this a priority in their life that you're competing. It's unbelievable. It's shocking. Who's the other person competing in your?
So his name's Harley. He also trains at the same gym as me. He's in lane 1, I think, and I'm in lane 12. So we're going to be at the other ends of the field from each other. So I'll be looking across to my left a few times to see where he is, or see what we're putting on the bar.
Yeah. Do you like train together much then? That you're at the same gym, or?
Really. I train sometimes. We're in and around at the same time, but he likes to train in the morning. I like to train evening.
Yeah.
But we are being quite competitive in the open together. But he's took week 1 by 4 reps. So.
Okay. Well, there's 2 more weeks.
We've got some making up to do over the next 2.
Yeah. Okay. That rowing workout that we've talked about coming up, so that'll be interesting.
We need it to come up.
that but it'll be rowing and handstand push-ups. That's the problem.
Yeah. Then I'll just give up. That's the open done.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, all of you, for making a little bit of time available. I'm looking forward to seeing it now all in action. live on the floor. Any final anything that I've missed that you're like, oh, by the way, this is the best? Well, so obviously the fitness games is one like element there. Are you planning to like do drop in on other bits while you're there? You're going to make it like the whole kind of try and take in the whole Arnold experience, or is it just I'm focused on the comp and that's all I can do?
Well, I'll be there all weekend, so there's a few from my gym that'll be competing. We've got one competing, Gal, he's competing in the elite as well on Saturday, but we've also got a lad called Sean who's competing on the Sunday. So we'll all be staying there Saturday night and then getting to watch him again on Sunday. So it'll be nice that Saturday I'll be sort of concentrating and staying focused, but Sunday I can actually explore a bit more and enjoy it all and watch him.
That's a good idea. Yeah. You similar, or are you guys flying up and down? Just
I'm gonna be there for the day, but I'm gonna try and maybe walk into the expo. I'm not too sure yet, just to see what it's all about, and then head back to my heat, depending on the heat times and breaks between.
Yeah, you go see what it's all about, and then be like, I don't care. It's not. I'm just here for CrossFit.
Pretty much.
Nice.
No, we're coming
And
down. We're coming down on the Friday during kind of like lunchtime. So we'll see if we're able to, first of all, check in early, like if we can collect our bits. And then I have a couple of people that I know of that they're doing teams, but I would say on Friday, it's probably not going to be the priority. But then on the day, 100% going to be walking around, because even when we did it in 2024, I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger walking around. I was like, oh my God, there's him. I looked at all the bodybuilding stuff and everything. It's quite interesting. So we're definitely in between the heats and stuff like that, be walking around, shaking off the legs, eating some food, and just kind of seeing what challenges there are and just like having a vibe with my friends. So
excellent. Good. Yeah. I mean, and it doesn't surprise me, because as I said, it sounds like you pick your events based on what's going on there, and they're nice places to hang out and, spend some time on the beach and things like that. So it does not surprise me that's your approach to this at all. Well, thank you, Ffion, Brad, Anna. I look forward to meeting you all in person, hopefully on the Saturday. So I'm going to be busy because you're all in different heats at different times and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. And there's some other people that hopefully will also come on. So this is show 1. Hopefully we can get a show 2 at least and meet a few more athletes that will be taking on the Arnold Fitness Games. So stay tuned for that. All the best in your training over the next couple of weeks. I mean, I now you just listen to your coaches and do whatever they tell you. So all the best for your coaches with their programming, and in these open workouts that hopefully we can avoid. So we don't want handstand. So some don't want handstand, some don't want rowers, and some want those things. So I'll be happy to know that at least half of you will be happy with whatever shows up in the open workout. If you're watching this, thank you, appreciate that. I will be back on Friday at 2 p.m. Announcing a new signing for the Palm Beach Breakers Grid League team. So we'll be announcing that and then having a chat with that athlete. So if you're interested in that, I will be here on Friday at 2 p.m. Thank you again to Ffion, Brad, and Anna. And I will see you all